Hi folks, you're with Taskless today, your pushback channel, and thank you for joining this live stream. In this essay, I'd like to talk about how critical race theory, CRT, is hidden from plain view by the education departments, not simply in the United States, but in the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada, and so on. They've spread CRT modules and inserted them in every subject. So there's no subject in the school that doesn't have a critical race theory subset of teaching instructions and teaching modules in it. Now, so when the leading activists are asked, well, is critical race theory taught in schools? No, it's not. There's no such thing. It's a myth. It's made up. It's fascist Nazis saying it. That's what it is. There's no such thing. Nonsense. But of course that's not true. Critical race theory is in abundance, but spread in every subject. Now, this is a trick that I noticed in an Australian university some years ago. There was a university had a real cabal of super angry, men-hating lesbians who were pumping out the most insane propaganda, anti-family, anti-male, that sort of thing. And the university came under a bit of a lot of people were questioning, hey, what's going on? You've got this sort of renegade department in the university. And so what they did was the university, very disingenuously in my view, what they did was they shut down the gender studies department, which is the one where these angry men-hating lesbians worked, and they shut down that. But they spread those academics around into other subjects, and they inserted gender studies into every subject. So if you want to say, I don't know, international business or something like that, or pretty much any subject now in university, they've got a gender studies subject in it, and women in particular, female students, are given these and then given extra marks. So even if you actually flunk, like law, for example, even if you flunk law, they'll give you such excellent marks for the module on gender studies that's inserted in there that you can still get your law degree, even though your studies in law aren't worth a pinch of shit. That you can still get through just on the gender studies thing. So they sprinkled it around into all the subjects, so psychology, everything. Even the sciences. It wasn't just the arts subjects that they spread it around into. They spread it into all the others. So at that university, at least, gender studies is still alive and well and still being taught, and still as vitriolic in its hatred of families and men as it ever was. Now, I had the opportunity to review a thesis by one female student there who is really dumb, by the way. She shouldn't have got out of junior high school. But nonetheless, she got the affirmative action passed through, and then a white girl, and then into university, and she ended up getting a degree. But before she asked me would I look at the thesis before she handed it in, and it's the most wickedly bad piece of work I think I've seen in my life. I mean, if a third year high school student handed something like that in, I'd flunk them and flunk them seriously. And here's a third year university student handing in work that really was piss poor. It was that bad. So this is the sort of product that's coming out of it. But all it is, it's allowing substandard students that really can't achieve anything in their own merit. It's giving them a wave through and helping with this affirmative action process. Just coming back to critical race theory, and universities, of course, are promoting social division for all I mean, they're going at it hammer and tongs. So they're hardly it's filtering back down from the universities into the high schools, and even into the primary schools. I wouldn't be surprised if they're teaching critical race theory or its modules or its facets to kids in preschool or something like that, if they aren't already. So that's how they're getting away with it. They're spreading it around throughout all the other subjects. So technically, and it is a very technically saying, no, we're not teaching critical race theory, but it's in every subject. Now, there are also the other things like replacing books in school libraries, having search algorithms for search using the school computers so that only black lesbians come up and that sort of thing. So they're coming at it from every angle, and their sole purpose is white people bad. Everything white people ever did was bad, and the reason your IQ 70 black daughter isn't getting anywhere is because of racism. Nothing to do with this 70 IQ. In fact, she's lazy and goofs off, won't come to school, is disruptive. Nothing to do with that. No. It's damn white supremacy and fascism. Now that's most people, when it comes to accepting responsibility for their lives, the simpler they are, and the less ambitious they are, the less inclined they are to go out of their way and work hard, the more likely they are to accept some silly argument that someone else's fault or someone did it to them. So, and it's a very childish sort of way of looking at the world. But that's what critical race theory is. It's very, very childish in its construct. But I just wanted to make that clear. Critical race theory is everywhere you look. They just don't have a specific subject called critical race theory. It's spread out through all the subjects of the school curriculum. You've been with Tastas today, your Pushback channel, and thank you for listening.